Everybody, okay, call it. Yep, I know. Hey, I gotta talk to you about something. I gotta talk to you about something right now. Look at this. Tokens. So you're going to get your NFTs, right? You got to get your NFTs. Get your NFTs. Okay, now listen. So you got your token. You got your phone device here. Where's your NFTs? What is this? I gotta talk to you about this. It's called the Kin Token. You need to get the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. NFTs, right? 3 hours each. Folks, Kin Tokes. Well, howdy, folks. Me and my little buddy here don't want y'all to get caught up in the rat race. So you're gonna get your Kin Tokens early. You're gonna wait for that airdrop until the membership sells out. Now you could take that to the bank. You could take that to the decentralized blockchain technologies, buddy.
Alrighty there, okay.
It's the freaking Kin Token, folks. Get the Kin Token. It's the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. Get the Kin Token, folks. You need to get the Kin Token. Get the Kin Token before it's too late. It's like he's like I get it, like Kin's token. He's like Kin, because he's like token. Kin's token.
And we're live, bro.
Hey.
Hey, how goes it?
It goes how it goes in the NFT space, right?
Yeah, finally, it's going. I mean, eventually, it took long enough to get here.
Yeah, true enough. I remember when I first got into NFTs and I couldn't even give them away for free.
Yeah. No, it felt like one of those like send 1 ETH, get 2 ETH back scams to people. Like, why do you want my wallet and why are you giving me something for free? I don't trust you.
Like, I would do an NFT giveaway and I'd have like 14 people participate and then I'd give some away. Usually I'd give everybody one because back then it was like 70 cents to send an NFT. Right. I used to call it a postage stamp.
Yeah, now I've seen a lot of people around the world getting involved in NFTs and winning giveaways, and a lot of people actually get stuck with them because they don't have enough, money in like Ethereum for gas fees to even like sell the NFT, to list it, or even accept offers on them, and or use them when they're like an in-game resource, like the horses in like Zed Run or something, right?
Right.
So people are like winning these really amazing NFTs, even things they can play with, but they can't afford to use them, and it's like really kind of bumming me out. I'm like seeing so many people around the world like have this cool thing, and they just can't afford to like touch it, but it's theirs.
I should start asking people when I send them an NFT if they have a little bit of heat.
Yeah, it's like I never really
like
thought
$20
about that.
Could make a big difference.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's a bummer. There should be like some sort of a fun like that for people who won something or just want to mint their first NFT. Like they have minting funds and stuff. So
yeah, my advice to some of those people, because I see them in like the comments and in threads, and I'll just be like, hey man, join their like Discord or Telegram, join their community, and if somebody wanted to make an offer on it, they'll probably potentially trust you enough to send you some Ethereum to pay for the gas to like accept their offer on OpenSea. Right. If you join the community, that might be a good route to go. And hopefully when people win things, they do that. It's not just like, thanks for the fish. Bye.
Yeah, I've had many times where I've sent somebody an NFT and then they ask me immediately how to sell it.
Yeah.
And it's just a bummer. Like, you ask somebody else how to sell the NFT that you just got from me. Like, especially if it's my art that I made or something, Like,
I feel that.
That was a gift. That's why I had an NFT that I made. It was called I Sent You a Gift and You Sold It. And it's just like a painting of my face, but I look really mad. And I would airdrop that to people. Even just for listing them. And it's fine if you sell them. I just kind of thought it was funny.
That is actually a good way to get a free NFT though, is like sell one, get one free.
Right. And it says right in the NFT, this NFT cannot be bought, it must be earned.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, Nick, how goes it? Nick Shepard, thanks for tuning in. Vicky, how goes it? Appreciate it. Chili B. Oh, shout out to Salt and Crypto, my bro in the chat. What's that? Town, how goes it? Jason, I love you, bro. How goes it? I'm gonna see you today. I miss your face. I know I wanted to jump into these new NFT wave craze with all these like generative 10,000 set or whatever type collections, and like before we get into the Monsters Bash and everything that you're kind of working on now, I wanted to just touch on the overall arcing. Why are these things taking off, and what is it about them that you think is like really striking the valuable collectibles communities?
Well, I think there's a couple different facets to it, but one big part of it is that it's really like tokenized culture or community. And even if you don't have one, owning one is your part, is like you get to be a part of that community now and part of the Discord. And I would say probably very few people are rocking profile pictures without being in the community that they're using. It happens because there's also the money attached to it. So, like people use a Bored Ape just to look like they have a lot of money.
Right, they're rocking a Rolex at the strip club.
Yeah,
have a Bored Ape as a Twitter avatar.
Exactly. Like marketing companies at some point will probably start buying them for marketing purposes.
Well, Visa's already gotten involved with this, so I'm sure their marketing department was in charge of that decision.
Right, absolutely. But also just, I think it makes it so much easier to just like find your other NFT friends and people from the community and Twitter. Like people follow you just because of the profile picture you have. Like you feel like you're a part of something.
Would it be fair to compare these tribes to like the legacy country clubs of the the legacy days? Like you have to have this country club card to get in, and I feel like with a Bored Ape Yacht club or like a crypto punk kind of scenario, it's feeling more and more like a country club.
Absolutely, yeah. But then they do have like the hole in the walls, like all of these NFTs you can buy for 0.1 ETH. That's like the hole in the wall club that everybody like your dive bar, there's different levels to it.
I like that. I like the dive bar NFTs. That's where you can find it.
That's probably where Monsters Bash lands.
Speaking of dive bar NFTs, I'm giving away a few on the live stream. So if you have a QR code scanner or want to take a screenshot or whatever, there's a QR code on the bottom right of this screen, and I'll be giving away a few levitated art NFTs. They're those sadistic looking smiley faces with their brain exposed.
We have some brain exposed zombies.
That's why I picked these ones to give away today. I feel like we'll have the right community in store, so I just updated that giveaway. There's another one. I have a few more I want to give away during the live stream. I'm going to save mint number 69 for last though.
Of course.
But so how is Monsters Bash capitalizing on this and building utility around these NFTs? Because I feel like this is an opportunity for everybody should be trying to do something like this right now to see what does and doesn't appeal to a large community and start a tribe of their own. So let's talk about like the utility and that country club-esque vibe that these NFTs provide, because it's not just dope art by amazing artists. It's also a lot of utility provided by amazing community.
Yeah. So, we have 10,000 in our set, but I wouldn't necessarily say that we're similar in any other way. I think having 10,000 puts us in that category, and a lot more people will look at it because of that. But once they look into it further, they're going to see that it's just so much different. I mean, look at the art. For example, you get a human that transforms into a monster. It's completely generative. So just like the, like the Fame ladies or whatever, where they all have the same stance, every single layer of this is generative. So there was over 4,000 pieces of art used to make them.
Holy shit.
Including all for just 10,000 NFTs.
Holy shit.
So they're almost one of ones. Like they're like one of twos. You know what I mean? Like considering how much art that there is. Right. But then once you get past the art, it's fully gamified. So we have daily Swiss style tournaments. That includes an auto battler system. And basically what that means is every one of these monsters is every day going to be entered into a tournament. The way the Swiss style tournament works is basically you don't get eliminated if you lose. You just keep battling all day and then you add up the points at the end. The people in the top 65 places will get tokens from us. We will also have a token. And then these tokens that people earn, they will be able to use in the summoning chamber, which, so we have achievement systems where people can earn spells that they use in the summoning chamber, plus the tokens that they earn from the games. So with these two things combined, they can go into the summoning chamber with 2 to 5 monsters, and depending on the spell, they can summon a different type of monster, which can also be used in the tournaments.
I love that it's actually a game, not just gamified.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all this art here, and it is sick. Like, straight up gnawing on an arm. With a lay on. And it does kind of look like the smiley face that I gave away, too, because, like, the brain is straight up on the same size and all, like, side and all. I think
the art is amazing. I think that's what's going to catch people's attention. And then once they look into it and they see how much utility it has, they learn about the team. Half of our team, which it's a big team, we have 15 people, not including mods, on our team that have been working on this for months. Pretty much after Shitcoin is when we started this. So
awesome.
It's been a long time coming for this myth. But half of the team comes from AAA game studios. So we have legit game developers and game producers and stuff like that on my team. And this is just going to be the beginning. Like we're going to produce a simple game to start to just show everybody proof of concept, proof of art. And then we're going to jump into more of the skill-based, more, the addicting games that people are going to really love, I think.
Are you going to be taking advantage of any of the, those fee solutions, side chains, things like Polygon or anything like that for this, or is it going to be all on Ethereum main chain?
Well, we're definitely looking at other options as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
ETH is a good place to start to build your customer base.
Yep.
Especially with, a new company that people haven't seen what we can do yet. So, but actually, we have some connections to people high up in a couple other chains, actually. So, 2 in particular. So.
Yeah, and starting on Ethereum with the way interoperability is going, that's going to be the bridge to other bridges, right? So you're probably going to want to start there. Otherwise, if you're building, say probably on like Binance or something or like Cardano, you're going to need a bridge to Ethereum, and then you can bridge out to all of the other blockchains. Interoperability probably will start with Ethereum, and I've said this for years. Interoperability will be done because of NFTs. That's it, said and done. That's the the incentive for all these developers out there. Thanks for tuning in, Argo Blue. Very cool. Appreciate it, man. The art is pretty sick. The websites links are in the description below. I wanted to actually touch on that roadmap real quick here. Yeah. So, boom, roadmap. All right. So I guess you can see that, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So let's start at the beginning and we'll finish at the end. So with NFT giveaways and community engagement and stuff like that, where are we at currently on the roadmap?
We have not quite hit 15%. We have about 600 minted out of 10,000.
Oh, cool. So when does the giveaway end? Because I know there's 10 current holders that will win, and they should keep an eye out.
Yeah, we'll do that right when we hit 15%, or as close to as possible. Depends on how fast we're moving at the time, and it'll be right within the Discord. We're just gonna try to keep it fun and reward the people that have been in there since the beginning.
All right, and if you're into community building and pretty much having a role in a community, right now is the time to start enjoying the Monsters Bash. I guess, is it mostly Discord and Twitter, not really utilizing Telegram, so Discord and Twitter?
Yeah.
Right. And then after that, around 25%, we have the 2-bit blast.
Yeah, so one person gets to meet with our artist and get a piece commissioned, whatever they like. It doesn't have to be monster related. They just get one badass piece of art. And Andrew, our artist, in addition to this type of stuff, he also makes like some really cool comics and stuff like that. He has a lot of really good skills that people can tap into for that.
This is probably my favorite part of the whole thing, is getting a piece of original art from the artist. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Especially if, like, you know, are they gonna mint it and send it to them as an
Yeah.
NFT? Oh, okay,
Mhm.
yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. NFT art piece. Yeah, that makes sense. And then farther down here, around the halfway mark, we have the Nifty 50, which have probably the best milkshakes in New Jersey, by the way. A 2 ETH giveaway, 1 ETH giveaway to 2 random Monsters Bash NFT holders, and then there's the 10 ETH donation to what's the FLS team?
The Fame Lady Squad.
Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, which if
There's too many like acronyms in crypto. I was like, is that a shitcoin that I just don't know?
No. I mean, I'm sure everyone's aware, but not too long ago, the Fame Lady Squad, which was a team of all female, an all-female team of all female avatars, we found out that oops, they're all guys, and Art Chick actually got the contract transferred over to me and 2 other people in the community. So we've been running that since that happened. It's been about 6 weeks now, but with none of the original funds. We just
Wow.
got the royalties from the contract. 3,400, 3,500 holders by now, but you know, just working off that little bit of royalties. So we added this donation onto the roadmap. I figured first community to community donation. Like, I love donating to people, and it just makes sense that we should be supporting other communities instead of being competitive with them.
I love that you're like unrugging a project.
You're not the first person that said that, and I love just the way that sounds.
Right. I wanted to say it out loud because I don't think I've ever gotten to like use that terminology.
Right.
But every day we get to create new words in crypto because, you know, the power of this is to manifest new things, and new things get new words. And yeah, I mean, no, like for real though, unrugging a project, and I feel like this is going to happen more and more because there's a lot of communities out there that still support things that, you know,
the
may
team
not
doesn't
have...
support anymore.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So then the
Yes.
community becomes the team, and I think
Exactly.
it's almost like orphaned projects, you know, being adopted by the community and being raised by the tribe. I love it.
Yeah.
So right after,
And then,
Yep.
so for this next one, I do have a note. So, you know, we had a relationship with this charity, and they had actually tweeted about us at one point, and then they had a couple comments about how NFTs are bad for the environment under that, like, right away. So they took it down and they emailed us and said that they no longer wanted the donation. So we are doing a vote in the Discord. We are going to pick a few charities that have crypto wallets set up already, and we're just going to let the community vote on who we do the $50,000 donation to instead.
All right. Wow. That's, I mean, bad for the environment. That's a whole new propaganda tactic. I like it. It's different. I don't even know how to argue with it. It's like flat Earth or something. It's like you already won.
What I always say is, you know, on Ethereum, the NFTs are using the existing blockchain that already exists as far as storage and CO2 emissions. Now, the tweets that they're tweeting regarding how bad these NFTs are for the environment, those actually have like a CO2 emission like linked to them. And you can, like, if you have 10,000 tweets about how NFTs are bad for the environment, you're actually being worse for the environment than NFTs have ever been. Like,
oh, you gotta love it. Yeah, it's not your carbon footprint; it's your carbon thumbprint at this point. Oh man, I like it. I'm using that. You can use it if you want, but I'm saying it's mine. Carbon thumbprint.
I like it.
Thank you. So at the end of all of this, the grand finale, it was a graveyard smash, which makes me hope that we see a bunch of people cosplaying in Pornhub and celebrating Monster Smash.
Well, I will be in New York on the 31st when the games launch, so I don't know what's gonna be going on then.
Well, I'll see you at the Halloween party at the Blockchain Center in New York City right before
Yes.
NFT NYC.
Yeah, I need to write down all the things that people are expecting me to go to. It's just piling up. It's getting to be a lot. There's an event for almost everything that week now.
Yeah, screw all the other ones. The Halloween ones are the best, and I locked in the Blockchain Center. I feel bad. I almost feel greedy, but I got the best venue.
I did get tickets to that VIP thing with Gary Vee.
Yeah, so
I don't even know what it is, but I bought it.
he doesn't
It's
even.
me, 150 people in Gary Vee. That's got to be a lot less people than VCon.
He doesn't even smoke
So
weed,
I
though.
thought for the money. I was just in my mind for the money, a V friend, and then there's 10,000, 20,000
I was
people
going
there,
to grab
or...
a V-Friend, but the cheapest one I could find on the market was 60 or 70K.
I know, it's just ridiculous, and it's 2 hours
And they're
from my
scalpers.
house.
They're scalpers. They're not even using the NFTs. They're speculating
Yeah.
on it. I hate that shit.
I couldn't bring myself to buy them for the longest time because of the art.
Yeah, that too. It's yeah.
That just, it screams cash grab to me. And I now that I know Gary a little more, I don't know, I feel different, but I still don't
I love the utility. That's what I respect about
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
I couldn't respect the art when I didn't understand the utility at first. Because It
Exactly.
just felt like there was no fucks given, and
Yeah, that
It-
felt so cash grabby to me.
Yeah.
3 ETH for a Sharpie drawing of some. They don't even look good. But now that I understand it better, they could go back and change the art though. That's the thing.
yeah, and I mean, or airdrop. He can do whatever he wants, and he knows it.
Yeah,
and
I
that's what
did
love
buy
about
156 of those books.
it.
$4,500 worth of books coming to my house in November.
Well, my address is out there. Christmas is coming. I like this though. The avatars that you have chosen for your photos instead of all right. So if I didn't know you guys, you know what I mean? I would be like, wow, this is a different. Most projects want to show their real faces and all that stuff, but you have chosen your avatars already. Here's my thought: you just don't have these. These are already in the set, right? These pieces of art.
These were from test rounds, and they don't actually exist in the
Okay, good,
current
because I was
set.
going to say you may have screwed yourselves because they're not out there yet, and you may not actually get the one that you wanted. So you'd be making the market kind of suck for yourselves because they're like, oh, Danielle's really going to want this one, so haha.
I know. I already bought a couple of the Bride of Frankies on secondary. I got one with a 50s hairstyle. Oh my gosh, she looks so cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought was funny though when I saw this immediately. I was like, oh no, I'm going to find all of their profile pictures and buy them and sell them back to them. Haha. I'm so afraid of saying what I like of things anymore because then people will message
People go
me
snipe it.
with a link to OpenSea for 10x what they originally dropped for, and I'm like, I'm never saying what I like anymore until I have
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it just for that reason, no matter how much I like something.
it. Somebody bought my Ethereum name service name for $25,000.
Oh.
It wasn't me. Somebody bought Ken.eth. I'm like, bro, you can have it. I hope his name's Kenneth. It'd be cheaper to change his real name than it would have been to buy that domain.
I went the other day and paid for my ENS for the next 30 years because I was like, I know how I am and I just don't want to lose that
I
effort.
have an ENS name fairy, and I don't remember his name, but he's some bro on Twitter who just keeps paying for my ENS. I swear to God. Right.
DNS page.
I don't renew it. It just keeps getting renewed.
You can renew it for other people. So,
Right. I
don't
know.
if
That's
weird.
how I know. I'm like, oh wow, it's still mine.
If you cared enough to find out, you could track it down. But
It's just an ENS fairy.
right,
You
it's
know.
kind of better that you don't know.
It feels good not knowing, actually. 'Cause I like to think of the fairies just out there watching over my Ethereum domain, sprinkling some gas on it. I love it.
I wonder what else they're keeping.
All right, here, I'm going to
that you
update
don't
the
know.
bottom right again. There we go. QR code updated. If you want to scan it, that's your piece of art. And that's why I personally like the Wax blockchain. No fees on that side. The RAM is an issue. RAM is
I bet
real.
for you, you go through a lot of it.
I pay the gas for all y'all to use my shit. It sucks.
So it's not gas limits. It's just somebody else is paying for it, and they don't call it gas.
Right. Well, it's almost like how you expect businesses to work, though. When you walk in, you don't expect to pay the Visa transaction fee for the store, even though they kind of mark everything up on the shelf to do that anyway. They don't pass the
Right.
fee on directly. It's kind of indirectly. And I feel like all that's kind of on the sales and the secondary market fees, I think, really help with the RAM and stuff. But yeah. Plus, you can't do as much. Let's touch on a little bit of like why Ethereum, why not Wax? Because I do feel like that's mostly what we'll probably be hearing from my little community throughout the day. And it's because Ethereum is smarter than Wax. It is what it is. If you're going to use NFTs, smart contracts, to be smarter than just some art, I think Ethereum is still the route to go. That's why the fees cost a little bit, but it's because it's worth it. It's a lot smarter. You can do a lot more with it.
Yeah.
And that's where the gamification, the game, the utility, and all that come into play. All of that comes into play because of the smart contracts that have been written.
And
they
the game
live
is
on Ethereum.
completely off chain. The only thing you will see is the results every day. And then if you want tokens, you'll just have tokens you can claim, and you can wait and hold those up until you have, enough to summon a few monsters or whatever your goals are with the tokens.
Cool. So are you going to have like any gamification for like the liquidity pool or staking when it comes to the token side of things?
Yes, we do have quite a few different things planned out for tokens. Not all of it's been released yet, but in addition to the summoning, we also have coffers, which are it's like a prize chest kind of, but like monsterfied. So you can
like a coffin or something?
Coffer. They're okay. I didn't know what a coffer was either.
Yeah, I'm like, what is she saying?
Coffer. It's like a prize chest. It's like a fancy name for a prize chest.
That's actually fairly bougie.
Yeah.
These are like what you would see at like the foot of a pirate's bed or something after you got done a journey.
Right. Yes. So you can bribe the doorman who watches the coffers to get prizes out of the prize coffer room.
Of course you can bribe the doorman.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I actually love that it's a coffer now. I've learned something new. And it made me think of a coffin immediately. And I was just like, wait, okay, that's kind of cool, but it's kind of morbid at the same time. Like,
right.
I don't know if I'd want to open a fucking coffin.
I'm going to make you pay for a coffin. I mean, you do have to kind of pay for your own coffin, but
shit.
let's not do that like in the metaverse.
Yeah, I was going to say, I actually don't own a coffin yet, but if the local mortician sold NFTs of coffins for the future, I'd probably buy a coffin NFT, and that would be the one I get buried in.
Not a bad idea. And they could be like redeemed by your family somehow.
Oh no, you would put it up for auction and let your community buy it. That way your family gets the funds for the funeral.
That too.
Yeah.
I had thought about at one point doing like some sort of a memorial site where you could like write letters to somebody and you like mint it and send it somewhere and they're like displayed for the person that they were sent for.
I hope there's an auditing system because humanity sucks.
Yeah.
that's like everything sounds like
True.
great in theory, and then you remember there's so many awful humans that haven't died yet from COVID, and we're just waiting.
Yeah. One of the reasons why I didn't do anything with it yet.
Yeah, I was like sitting here like that's a great idea, and I'm immediately like, oh wait, no, people just be mean to me. I'm like, I already know it. They're so mean.
I mean, you could have them all just be hidden, and in theory, that would still work, right?
It would be like, oh no, because even then you wouldn't know. Because it would say to consent to publicize. So the sender and the receiver would both have to consent to make it public. But then they could just be gossiping about somebody, and there you go. There's a problem. It's just, I already like try to game theory shit in my head. I'm like, yeah, I broke it. I broke it. Speaking of breaking it, with the way that there's these whales coming in and kind of accidentally 51% or more Pranksy accidentally buying so many projects NFTs, but then not engaging with the community because they just wanted to make a quick buck and flip it and scalp it, that the projects actually have a lot harder time gaining traction for that scalper to actually sell their shit because they're a whale and it's public, people know it, and it's kind of a bummer. Have you thought about the prevention or how projects could prevent whales from coming in and just buying a majority of a collection and then kind of just like not participating in the growth of that community?
Well, I mean, I think no matter how you set it up, it's always going to be a possibility because you can't stop secondary sales. So if somebody wanted to come and snipe 1,000 NFTs on secondary, no matter what you did to set up the pre-sale, the whitelist, whatever, it's still a possibility. Like, you can't stop the whales. You have to try to find a way to work with them when possible. And, honestly, community building is my thing. Like, I'm not too worried about it, but if Pranksy came in and bought 50% of these NFTs and then wasn't in the Discord, I'd be in Pranksy's DMs. Like, every day, hey, what's up? How are you feeling? What you doing?
Right.
Hey,
I just saw Pranksy getting some shit
join us?
recently from a project because Pranksy's like, oh, the value's dumping, and they're like, yeah, you have like you have a majority. You're not. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I get it. That's the only reason I want to now. I don't want to throw Pranksy under a bus, but it is like a real thing that's happening, and this is just one of the examples of it. And it's just the topic of the water cooler talk is Pranksy.
So, I think that I've seen Pranksy like set a lot of really strong floors for projects that have been in. Like when Pranksy buys a shitload of NFTs, they don't drop them on the floor below floor price. They wait until it's about 1 ETH and start setting a 1 ETH floor, and it's nice and strong. And they did that even back with like Bored Apes and stuff. Like, I've seen Pranksy do this with tons of projects. Yes, they're not active in the Discords, but one person not being active in the Discord shouldn't be enough to tank a whole project. Like, I do understand, like, you shouldn't complain about a project not doing well if you've never tried to help, but at the same time, they shouldn't be blaming it on just one community member.
Right. I blame myself for pumping Lazy Lions and not buying one until they pumped. I'm like, yeah, I'm an idiot. What? I'm sitting here like, yeah, Lazy Lions are awesome. Like, everyone's like, do you have one? I'm like, no. And I don't have to have it to think they're cool. And then they like pumped, and I'm like, I should probably get one. And then I roared at the top because that's what stoners do.
Yep.
But I'm grabbing one of these Monsters Bash before that because I'm sick of not participating in the Ethereum NFT space. It is a different environment, with having like the Christie's support and the mainstream, on ramps. All the other alternatives are more like flea markets, and Ethereum has that like you know, that
Polished.
it's so polished. It's almost like a museum, right, or an art gallery, as opposed to a flea market or some kind of
Yeah.
you know back alley, Diagon Alley auction. Like a lot of these blockchains, it's hard to get the currency, let alone the assets on the blockchain.
Oh, the
So
developers though, it's so hard to develop on other chains. Even on Matic, where all you're doing is adding a couple extra lines of code, it's really a lot more than that. Like the blockchains themselves need some work. Like
yeah, so I'm not missing out anymore on these Ethereum things. I'm jumping in. I'm playing with the Ethereum cats a little bit more, especially on these Halloween themed ones because of my birthday. It definitely hits like a personal chord, and for me that helps because I don't give a shit like what they go down to or up to. I like it for what it is. Like that's another thing for me that like why do I get into
Right.
things like well it's what I like and I have to like it regardless of what it's worth. Otherwise I'm only doing myself a disservice. Like when I walk into a physical gallery and I see a painting on the wall, I genuinely don't care what the price is. If I like it, I like it. I'm gonna get it, or I'm not gonna get it. And
right.
I feel like that about the NFT space. I'm not really thinking about reselling. You know how hard it is. Like it's easy to sell NFTs that I'm minting. If I'm making them,
Because you can
But
just
if-
make more.
but if I buy an NFT from
my God.
you or somebody, I can't sell
Married
it.
to it for life.
It's so hard.
I know.
So I don't
Yeah.
even have that in my mind when I buy it. What is this going to be worth in the future? I don't care. I didn't buy a lazy lion to sell it for a yacht. I bought it because I thought they were cool from the beginning. And I'm really a procrastinator. That's my problem. And I'm just trying not to be a procrastinator on the Monsters Bash shit, man. Because like I love Halloween themed stuff. Like that's like I'm not big in the Christmas.
Last year,
don't
I feel like
celebrate
the
holidays.
NFT space failed on Halloween.
Well, I mean, everything did. That was like, you know how sad it was not to take a kid trick-or-treating? The whole world was in lockdown. There was people in China being bolted
Okay,
into their
but I'm
houses.
still in my house, just like it was last year. But look at all this monster shit I'm doing. Like, I wasn't gonna let this year not be like super Halloweeny. I don't know. Last year, I kind of expected somebody else to step up
We
and
need
like
a
launch some super
metaverse Halloween,
cool.
and this is it right here. This is how we start the metaverse trick-or-treat, thing. And I don't know. I would love to see like a. Do you have one of these things, by the way? The VR headsets.
No, I do not.
Oh, cool.
That looks like a pillow.
Yeah, I like it. It has multiple purposes. It's definitely a pillow, that's for sure. It's
If I was
also
on a
like a
plane, it would
fidget.
be a pillow.
It's a fidget. Like,
Right.
I love petting it. I found myself holding it and doing this for no reason. But it's one of these cool like VR headset thingies. But
Nice.
they have these like environments in there that you can, participate with tons of people. And maybe we could organize like a virtual reality Monsters Bash Halloween party for people that can't show up to New York City and hang out with us in person. We could like jump into VR from the Blockchain Center in New York and just say hi to the bros in Metaverse.
For sure. We had actually talked about for future Halloweens doing like an in-person VIP members only
Of course.
costume party thing. Like probably if NFT NYC is in New York around the same time as Halloween next year, we'll do it around that same time because tons of people will already be in town. It's just good timing. But
Yeah,
this
you
year
throw
it was
next
just
year's
cutting it a
party
little
so I
close.
can take a day off because it's already stressful talking about how much this is going to cost. I am having a tattoo artist come out to do free tattoos for anybody that wants one.
Oh, shit.
I have musicians coming to perform. I mean, it's my birthday and I'm kind of rich now, so I'm just gonna have a good time, and all my friends are invited. And if you don't have any Ken
That's
token, you're
awesome.
gonna have a whole lot of fun waiting outside. Like, not sorry. I'll have a QR code at the door that says "Buy my shitcoin here." And you're gonna have to buy my shitcoin if you want to come in and have a good time with me and my friends. That it is what it is. All right, here's mint number 69 going out to the bros that stayed tuned towards the end here. Mint number 69 of the Levitated Arts limited edition. I didn't even keep one for myself because that's how I roll. So, to touch on the games and stuff for those that are out there that may not know like the direction that this could be going, have you seen where Splinterlands is at and how they've been growing with the NFT space and the game and everything like that, and with like in-game land? Even Blake mentioned in the chat the real estate and stuff like that. How could Monsters Bash kind of incorporate some of those mechanics? And do you see land playing a pivotal role in NFT environment gaming?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's so many different ways that we could go with it, really. One thing I really like about Splinterlands is that they let people just rent the cards for a day, and you could just try it out, play it, and you don't have to like invest a ton into it to just try it out.
Right.
And that's definitely something that we'll probably work on.
Hopefully, yeah, that would be really cool. That way, people could I could rent out my monsters instead of actually selling them, and I could still get them back and make something on them at the same time. And that's another thing I think is really cool to see NFTs used as leasing or lending, stuff like that, because it's all smart contract. I don't have to trust you. You don't have to trust me. We don't even have to know who each other are. As long as we know we're using the smart contract that is trusted, we're going to get whatever the agreement is will be met.
Yeah, and say you need a witch for a certain summoning spell because you want to summon some badass monster that's super rare, but you need a witch. You could just rent one for a day from somebody.
Right. I think that will actually help a lot of like with renting and leasing as they grow, help a lot of projects that have these sort of like those, not so active whales that have the most expensive, the most rare things, but they're not really participating. They're not playing the game. They're speculating. They're waiting for a buyer to come in.
In their wallet.
So exactly. Now they can, maybe those whales will be able to participate by lending and leasing, so the assets don't die in a wallet somewhere collecting dust. Like, you need like Lara Croft from Tomb Raider to go and find this NFT in a video game somewhere. It could be on the market being rented out for a couple bucks every day.
Right.
And especially with the witches, it'd be pretty cool because you almost would feel like a pimp. Not saying that that's okay, but we're here to pretend. And if I'm going to have a brothel, it's going to be a brothel of witches.
Good luck with that. Witches be crazy, man.
Witches be crazy. Yo, blocked my comments? No, I did not. YouTube is insane, bro. It was definitely not me. Or one of the moderators, but definitely not me. But yeah, I see your messages are being deleted. I see that. I don't know who's doing it. I don't even know what you said. Oh shit, that's hilarious. He said, all right, I found. He said, by the way, since you're not actively answering my chat questions, the guy behind you is playing Minesweeper during work hours. I've seen his face. He's probably blew it. Yo, Mesk85, I'm sorry, I have no clue why your comments are being deleted. I'm going back and trying to find them through the deleted here. What will be the most rare attributes? Oh, you know what? Thank you for bringing that up, because that is something a lot of new collectors don't pay attention to at fucking all, are the attributes, the rarities, and they may impulse buy something for a weirdly listed price because somebody's trying to blend a very common asset in with a very rare class of listings. And if you don't know what you're buying, even if it is listed with those assets that are valuable and are rare and are scarce, that could be a very common item that may not be that valuable, just blended in there with that listing. So let's touch on some of those attributes and what are they and what will determine the rarity?
Yeah. So in addition to just the attributes, we also have levels on there. So that's something that I think is being the most forgotten or not looked at right now. So if you pull up one of the NFTs, they have all of the traits below them, but then below that there are different levels,
the one on OpenSea?
Different scores. Yeah.
Let me bring it up here for the
Fate,
audience.
Wit, Metal, Brawn, Guts, Zip.
So any one of these, done. All
Yep.
right. Where am I going? Levels?
Levels. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Zero
Fancy.
Fate.
You guys used emojis. I am a huge fan already out of the gate. I love that you use the emojis here. Dude, you'll be so not many projects use emojis, especially in the rarities, like anything. And
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm such a fucking little kid. As soon as I saw the zap emojis and shit, I was like, yes. So here is the levels. We have Zap, Guts, Brawn, Fate, what's that? Melee?
Metal.
Metal? My screen is, I'm not retarded. It's just really far. And we have Wit.
Yep. So we haven't really gone into details about these, but I will say that Fate is separate from the rest. So Fate is for one thing, and then the rest are going to be for something else.
Well, yeah, this one ain't got no Fate.
I know. I have one with 0 Fate. I'm using her as my profile picture. She's honestly my favorite one, but the rest of her scores are strong, so she'll be good for other stuff. But those scores will be used for the tournaments, the summoning, the rarity of the monsters that you summon this will play a factor in. So those are definitely something that you want to take a look at if you're buying on secondary or before you sell on secondary, because you might have something with really strong numbers. But because we have so many different monsters, there's a lot of rare like outfits and eye colors and stuff like that. We have some really cool skin colors like tie-dye and the gold. We also have a silver one, galaxy. All those are pretty rare.
Yeah, it looks like blood's a pretty rare trait. Only 3% have this blood trait, the bloody mouth. Yeah,
there's a lot of them that the percentages won't be quite right until all of them are minted, because we only have 620 minted so far.
What I think is cool about these NFTs, you can see like the most liked and all that, right? But when you click on them, you can see who owns them, and then you can start stalking people, and that's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
So just like, okay, so you bought one of these. What else did you get? And I do that so much. I feel like a teenager on MySpace stalking my friends again.
Except so much cooler, because you can see like everything they did, and you go to Etherscan.
Start reading some memos and the transactions.
I do it the opposite way sometimes. So I'll take an Etherscan or an address from OpenSea and I'll put it into Twitter. And a lot of times people will use them for contests. They'll post them like, to participate in a contest. And then I'll be able to find their Twitter based on just their wallet address. So it's like going the other way around. But
oh wow, this one's pretty rare. All the other
there
ones that have this cut are
there's
girls.
also companions that are in the corners of some. There's different types of companions that are more rare than others. I would suggest because all the categories are already loaded on OpenSea, when you go to the main page on the left side, you can just go to a category. He was so good.
Right. I know, right? I'm just like, he's so suave. So where can I search? Oh, right here, right?
So on the left side, those are the down more.
What
heck? Go down. So those are all the different traits. If you pick a trait, like say monster type or whatever, scroll down to the bottom, you see which one is going to be the most rare is always going to be on the bottom of each section. And it'll show the number that there are of each one right next to it. So the witch is the most rare right now. There's currently 31 witches. Warlock is next with 41. And you can also sort by the fate or whatever accessory that you're looking for. But if you're trying to find what's most rare, you would just want to look at the bottom of each one of these categories, basically. Like the Freddy sweater, there's only 3 Freddy Krueger sweaters out there right now. We have 6 of the Miami Vice outfits out there right now. Those are one of my favorite.
Oh, that's pretty cool that you can filter through all this. All right, hold on. I want, I guess rare skin, and then what's the rare hair? Pigtails. All right, so there's no pigtails on the market at the moment. We got this guy. Obviously male. All right, and that's it. It doesn't get any more rare than this, or it will start to disappear some things. So this
Ooh,
guy,
geeky girl's got that one. Yep.
I like his sweater. It matches my lion's mane. Or sweater, his tank top.
Yeah. Yeah, and like to have this all be generative where they're all in different poses, but their outfits match, their traits match, all that. We have probably 20 times the layers and art and coding than any of these other generative projects. There's 18 different like species. There's 8 times 2 different genders and then 2 types of humans.
Oh,
And
somebody
each
asked,
one has their own accessories.
Somebody asked me if I could check out number 508. All right, how do I number these? I
So
gotta
if you
clear
just
all the
click on one,
filters, right?
you
I
can click on
one?
any one of them
Okay.
and then go to the link and change the numbers at the end of the link.
Yeah, look at that. 508. Oh shit, bro! You got laser eyes and a doobie. All right, I'm officially jealous of this one. I like the transition too with the
The
spell
warlock
book.
transitions really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
It's like a spell book opening, like performing alchemy, and he fucks it up or something, and becomes like an old man. That's exactly how I'd imagine me at Hogwarts, just fucking it up royally, and something.
Yeah,
goes
these are
wrong.
more rare, so there's not many of them down on the bottom of the floor. But there's 8 different transitions, so there's definitely a lot.
Yeah, the transitions are awesome, and like I love the animation and the still. It's combining like so much, and then it's more than just one piece. Obviously, there's so many different pieces of art.
Right. Well, and we figured people might not want to rock a monster all year long for their profile pictures, so why not give them a human side as well?
Right. No, that's cool. Actually, I like that. It's like the before and after.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it possible to like think about the potentials of breeding? Because there's a few of
Yeah,
those.
that's pretty
I've
much
thought
what
that
the
would be-
summoning is.
Okay, so summoning would be like breeding then.
Is the breeding function, yeah.
Okay, so
But
yeah,
it
see these
doesn't-
words?
Yeah, see? And like my team keeps saying, quit calling it breeding. I was like, people understand what breeding means.
I know what breeding means, man.
So it's breeding, but
They could
It
call it
requires
siring
between-
instead of summoning. I know what siring is, eh?
so you need 2 to 5 monsters to breed though. So
What
there
the?
are gonna-
What kind of
Yeah.
orgy? What kind of orgy is this?
And like you can use spells, but you don't have to. You can just breed however you want and like see what you get. but you can unlock
kids
achievements.
always use spells for protection.
But when you unlock achievements by holding certain types of monsters, so say you have 5 different zombies, you unlock an achievement, you get a spell. Now you know how to summon a certain type of monster.
Okay. I mean, that's still an orgy, just saying.
Yeah. Probably another reason why we didn't call it breeding.
That makes total sense now. I can see why they're so adamant about it. They're like, you know what? We're just going to go on sacrifice. We're going to throw them all into a volcano. Just going to sacrifice them. Great, because no, I did see some of them. I was like, I'd wonder what they would combine into and what that would, look like.
And we have so much art that isn't being used in this first set. And plus we can add more and, even maybe throw in some Christmas ones later or something like there's
Undead
lot
Christmas?
of
Come on, let's go.
right.
Yeah, make Christmas fun again. Like, let's kill Santa.
And one thing that we've considered, because Twitter is adding the profile verification, is making them interactive so you can toggle to pick which one you wanted to show all the time. So if you want to be a monster all the time, because then that'll show on your Twitter, or if you want to be a human all the time, or if we want to add 4 or 5 of them, that you can switch and you just pick which one you want it to be, and then you link your Twitter to it, and that's what it shows out of all your different
I love
versions
it.
of your human.
Right. Let's speculate, though, on this. You think they're going to let us use GIFs again on Twitter for profile photos?
I don't know.
If it's a GIF NFT and we're using this for the PFP on Twitter, Will we be able
Right.
to animate our profile photos again? Because they used to let us, and then they stopped.
I hope so. I'm hoping so.
How cool would that be to have animated art NFT profile photo images on Twitter?
Oh, people will come running for these gifts then.
It's the only way. Exactly. It's the only way is to have a GIF NFT to get an animated photo. You can't just use
Yeah.
Giphy, which, by the way, about 2 years ago, I told Giphy they should probably get into NFTs, and I still stand by it. Sticker Mule and Teespring, I still think should get into NFTs in a very big way, but eventually
Yeah.
they're gonna
It would be
hire me.
really nice to be able to just link my wallet to Sticker Mule
And get a whole box of stickers of all your NFTs.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I would definitely do that.
I want a whole
Absolutely.
box of like every NFT. Just make it a bunch of
Oh.
stickers and send me a whole box of them. Every month,
You get so
every
many
month.
random ones from like the spam NFTs.
I'm cool with that
send in
though.
your wallet.
Every month
Yeah, it
I
would be
should get
cool
my
to do.
wallet updated, and any new art is in the next month's shipment.
What are we gonna call this new company?
Sticker Duck. Sticker Duck, because Sticker Mule can go suck a duck because they don't listen, man. But no, seriously, I want that so bad. Can somebody steal my
That would be
idea?
really cool.
I'll be your first customer.
I mean, now I do that all the time. I'm like, you guys have a really cool idea, but I do not have the time. Who has the time or the money or just the patience to like see this further than me
Yeah, Al
telling you what it
Bundy.
is?
Al Bundy said, "Bro, Bros Sticker Co." You know what though? After the membership launch, there'll be a whole lot more free time on a lot of people's plates. Maybe we could do like a Bro NFT sticker box that we send to the members. So like members can get
Yes.
boxes, because like I want to start doing the shit that I want done, so I could like set the standards. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, now that Twitter's verifying NFTs, more things are going to be linking to your NFTs. Like
Yes.
more people will want to do the same thing. So it's going to be really interesting to see who this brings into the space. Hopefully not more toilet paper NFTs.
But I
Or
like toilet paper NFTs.
the Charmin NFTs you bought.
Charmin, not
Okay.
name brand, but I
Okay,
like.
that's what I was talking about.
I like meme. So I got a
The meme
potato,
ones
and
I'm
it's worth
totally
like
cool with.
1 ETH right now or something. Like I got like a baked potato, and somebody just sold like there's like a couple, or I don't know. It's just a baked potato, but it's worth a lot of money in my wallet now, and I love when I see shit like that go up in value, and then Elon's wife Grimes NFTs are like 90% under like original listing.
Well, the Mark Cuban NFT.
Oh yeah, I forgot he even tried that.
I know, right? The roundup.
Forgot all
So-
about that.
It had sold at peak for like I think 40 ETH or 30 ETH, and there was one listed for 0.7 when I looked the other day.
That's funny. Yeah.
The people who've been in this space for a while will tell you don't buy the celebrity NFTs because this
Yeah.
is just what happens every time. And this
This-
is why me and you probably didn't buy the Gary Vee NFTs.
No,
'cause
you're
we just
right.
knew better. Like we've seen what the pump and dump that it causes. Like I don't know where Stoner Cats is at, but I'm pretty sure it's probably not doing that well because I haven't heard about it in a while. I can't think
Yeah.
of a good instance of a celebrity NFT that's been like phew, just straight up. It just doesn't happen.
Big facts, big facts. That's why I'm happy I'm not a celebrity yet. Like everybody should buy my shitcoin and then make me a celebrity. Like call TMZ and constantly tell them where I'm at, and like set me up with some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying,
Yes.
guys. I posted a tweet like a year ago that said like, "Hey, if I die, would my NFTs like go up or down?" And like everybody voted they would go up, and I was like, just a retweet with a reminder, I am not immortal. But it's really the OGs of the NFT space that are the real NFT celebrities, like Josie Bellini, Josie. I have a piece of her art that I just keep smacking down 20, 30, 40 ETH offers on. It's literally priceless. And maybe if I get like $1 million offer, I might snag it just so I could give her like $100,000 for like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But that's about it. Like but support the OGs, the people like yourself even who have been in the space for as long as we have. You know, we're the real like celebrities. They're like the nobodies now. Like it's kind of funny, but it is
Because
also
people in this space that have been in here a while, we don't want their stuff.
Well, it is always nice though and refreshing when it's not like a cash grab and it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Smith, he sold an NFT that gave you a cameo in a movie. That's pretty dope, right?
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a pretty
I
cool
did not
way to
see
get
that.
into a movie. And I mean,
Yeah.
Stash missed out on that auction by like a couple grand. We tried.
Damn.
Yeah,
How
but
much did it go for?
like I think we went up to 15. It started at 10 grand, and
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. And honestly, I think we were only outbid by like 2 or 3 grand. So we were greedy. Like we're not
Oh.
gonna go past like 15 grand because we also thought we're gonna have to pay for the travel and everything to get. You know what I mean? It wasn't just.
Right.
So it's probably gonna be like 20 grand in total, even at 15 at the top
Yeah.
for the NFT.
You know what I found out the other day? You can get in Forbes for 13 grand.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Hit me up in the DM. I can set you up. It takes like 6 weeks. I'm seriously very much considering it.
Guys, I might get myself put into Forbes. Can I like? I wanted to say though what the title is. I paid $13,000 and all I got was this stupid shout out in Forbes.
I don't know. They might charge you extra for that, but
I'll pay extra for that. I have so much money from JPEGs that I paid $13K just to say this.
Imagine just like Elon Musk, Ken Bozek.
It's got to be a picture. Nick, are you still in the chat? Nick Shepard, I saw you earlier. I got to get Nick to come and take a picture of me, like taking a shit in a porter potty, and that's got to be the Forbes photo. When you say 13,
But he's got to be like way down low, taking like the angle shot that they always have on the cover.
Oh God, this
Yo.
is gonna be good. Yeah, this is what happens when people like me get money. But also, this is what happens to inflation and idiocracy and why houses are going up and everything's going up because nobody
but
wants
no,
to work at
that's-
McDonald's anymore.
Have you seen all that Zillow stuff that's been coming out though?
What? No, not exactly.
Okay.
I have a manager handling my real estate stuff, but what's up?
So basically what they're doing is they set the value on houses in an area, right? Like everybody uses Zillow to determine what the value of a house is, but they're going in under third parties and buying all these houses after setting the value. And then they'll buy one house for like twice the price and then change the value of the whole city's housing to double the value because of that one sale. And then turn around and sell them all for twice the price.
They're pumping, dumping real estate.
Yes, dude! They're like, the housing crisis isn't actually a housing crisis. This is all Zillow.
Well, all right, I gotta call my manager. I'm looking to get a place. Like, I need to get a place by a beach. I want to live like by beach, water, sand stuff. That's where I want to like
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
And yeah, New Jersey.
I don't know how to
sucks.
like relax on a beach. Like, I'm not one of those people that can like sit on the beach and like sun or like, I'll sit there for like 2 minutes and be like, okay, now what are we doing?
That's a good.
Like, my
point.
brain doesn't work that way.
I'm a people watcher, so I just like go into the beach and I'll just like watch people and like I don't know. It's always fun when like the wind takes somebody's like hat away and they're like chasing it, like a 1950s, what do they call those? The talkies when the movies first came out. I forget the name of the guy, but he would like constantly kick his hat trying to pick it up. Reminds me of people on the beach all the time. Or like when a seagull attacks a little kid for their food and they have like a complete breakdown, like a total child mental breakdown because of a seagull. That's why I go to the beach. I'm there for that shit.
My kid has breakdowns over the weirdest things.
I'm that guy that's like rooting for the kid to like, yeah, keep screaming, you got it, you can go. And then as a people watcher, I love watching the transition from mental breakdown to like full recovery, and they're just like it never happened, like the goldfish memory of a child, like it never. They're just like laughing, smacking like volleyballs. I'm like, you were just panic attacking 10 seconds ago.
Yep. No, their human parents though, I'm sure, are still feeling it.
Yeah, they got the badminton rackets out waiting for the seagull for next time.
PTSD.
So Halloween, the Halloween launch and everything like that, right? What's that look like for the end users? Is there any like proactive means that they have to take after they get theirs, or is there anything that they're going to
No.
expect of them?
So they just have to hold them on Halloween. We're going to start the tournaments, so they
Okay.
can start checking the website for the tournaments, and they can check to see what achievements they've unlocked. And if they want to start summoning, they can do that. But if they want to just leave it be and check in to see when they've won some tokens, they can do that too.
What kind of airdrops or additions into collections will buyers be able to expect? Because like a lot of people, I think, expect to get something like always like buy one get one kind of an airdrop thing. I think the Lazy Lions kind of lured people in with the bungalows, and other projects have done similar things. Is there anything that the Monsters Bash have been kind of thinking about, like what they could airdrop to the earlier collectors and earlier adopters before the launch?
Well, not in terms of like NFTs, because the way it's set up, as long as you have 2 of them, you'll be able to make more of them yourself when the summoning starts.
Giggity.
So creating a bunch more NFTs and dropping them wouldn't be ideal because that's just inflating the supply at that point. But we do have tokens. So, and there's early supporter roles in the Discord. So if there's going to be an airdrop, it would probably be the actual tokens themselves.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I just know, like, you know, it's funny, but people are getting a little greedy, like, you know, because of all.
They
like,
want something right now. I
Right.
bought my mint. When? What's next? And that's one reason why we have been working on these games for so long before we even minted, and we want them to be ready a month after mint starts instead of 6 months, 3 months, because we know people are going to be waiting for it. But Halloween Day is when they're planned for, but they could be even weeks earlier because they're pretty much almost ready now.
Okay. If anybody in the chat has any comments, questions, or topics they wanted to bring up before we wrap things up, just go ahead and shoot them away in the comments on YouTube or on Twitch. I believe they'll show up for me. If you're watching on Float or DLive or wherever else, Facebook, head on over to YouTube if you want me to see your comments. I'm going to scroll through to see if I missed anything. No, just everybody's showing their numbers. Oh, Kadoshi. Kadoshi picked one up. GG's Kadoshi. Let me know which one you grab. Or 2 if you're going to get frisky with them. Yes, Jason, I will mention that, I guess, now that we're wrapping up. And this is, I get a lot of shit for not showing my own shit on my podcast, but it's like, I didn't invite Danielle on to, like, you know, talk about me. I wanted to know what she's up to. But fine, I'll talk about me. Ken Token last day of tier 1 is today. If you wanted to go ahead and pick that up, it's brobros420.com. I'll grab the link, post that in the comments. Oh, I don't know what I just did there. Oh, I scrolled out. There we go. You can head on over to the website. I'll bring that up on screen here. You can see the Whale Bro packs are more than halfway sold out at this point. So if you wanted to grab one of these before they're gone forever at this price range anyway, now is the time to do it. There's only 206 available. So already 214 have sold out of the total 420 Whale Bro packs. And
I love how you have the broke bro pack.
Yes!
Do people buy it or do they feel bad?
No, they
Being
don't.
broke.
No, they don't. There's a few people that actually, and which is funny enough, they've collected up to 10 of them. So they've already, like, they went from a broke bro and,
Right.
slowly became a whale bro because of that. And I thought
That's
that was
awesome.
really cool. Like, exactly. I love that broke bros have become whale bros over, just, stacking them over the 2 weeks that we've had the opportunity out for it. Or no, a week, right? It's only been a week.
Gosh, don't ask me how much time it's been because the way
how
the
much
space
time
moves.
has it been? Yeah, dude, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
it's
like dog years and shit, man. It starts to get blurry when I start to think about.
The no sleep doesn't help. It doesn't help.
Jason, I know you're probably still in the chat. When did we start? This is a week or 2 weeks. My brain is just not being able to calculate the days. But we're more than halfway sold out, and today is the
going
last
to
day
buy
of this
one right
price
now.
range.
Sorry.
Oh, thanks. I love you.
I love you too, though.
Yeah, some of
Gotta
us can
support
only
your
afford a
friends.
few at a time, Blake. Yep, I dig it, bro. That's why we did that. There was actually only going to be one option. It was going to be just this bro pack. And I was like, wait, we need like different options or something. Like people,
Right.
I was trying to get like $1. I was trying to get $1 option. Like, yeah, but then the people who can afford the whale stuff, they'll just like whale out and be dicks about it. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. So the lowest we could go is probably like $10 on those packs. And they're the broke boy. broke boy. We got the broke bro packs. I don't know why it says broke boy on the website, but it does. Broke bro packs are $13 now because, you know, Wax likes to keep doing Wax-like things. Wait, did Wax like go up out of nowhere on me? Oh, cool. It's back at 26 cents. You do you, boo boo.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. So yeah, thanks for the reminder. Today's the last day to get it at this price. After this, you're fucked. You're gonna have to pay more. I don't know what to tell you. And honestly, after today, from me personally, like the whole marketing, getting the word out, trying to get on podcasts and YouTube show and all that starts tomorrow. I really didn't want to like overdo the first tier because then it wouldn't feel like an opportunity for the first tier people, right? Like they need it, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, I'm really excited to get like the marketing thing on this. I don't know. I want to my goal is to convince like more YouTubers to do what I'm doing. Like if I could just get BitBoy to make a fucking BitBoy token for his NFT. It took me long enough to convince him to do NFTs. He's killing it. All I gotta do is talk to him about the Ken token and a Broker membership, and people like BitBoy may potentially do the same thing, and that's what I want. I want to see more content creators and community leaders doing this shit for their community. It's not for them. This isn't for me. If it was for me, it'd be great. It's not for me. It's for you guys, and that's why I want more community leaders to do it for their communities. And so yeah, I'm excited for the Ken token. Shout out to everybody who picked one up, and I love you all. Thanks. Thank you. That's why you're the ignition to my NFT.
And public sales live now for Monsters Bash. So
there
if
we
anybody
go.
was hoping to buy one, you can go to monstersbash.io, and it's probably linked below.
Yeah, we found out a little bit before we went live that I didn't prepare myself with enough Ethereum, or I would have grabbed one live, but apparently I'm an Ethereum degenerate. But I have the website up here, and you can see the minting price is 0.08 Ethereum. I have, what is that in like normal people dollars?
Gosh, I don't know.
I have no clue. All right, wait, we're going to find out. Search Google, ready? And if I do this, to USD.
It's 261.
Yeah, 262. 261.97.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you think about it, if you think about like, you know, floor prices for projects similar to these a few days after they've launched is not a bad price at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what gas is like at the moment. If anybody in the chat picked one of these up, please let me know what the gas fees are looking like right now, because
it's in the 80s right now.
And I know you would know this. Where can people go to watch for the gas fees for a more opportune time to use the Ethereum blockchain?
Yeah, so I use the Etherscan gas tracker because it's the most accurate one, I think.
Okay.
It's just etherscan.io/gas tracker.
Yeah, and that's the one you're probably going to want to use. Just check it out, see what the fees are like right now, and maybe set a reminder on your phone for a little later to check it again. Blake said, "Will you be at the BitBoy Theta meetup next year?" Most likely, honestly. I miss BitBoy, and I gotta hug him. I miss that dude. I was supposed to have a meeting with him today, or his team today, but they haven't gotten back in touch with me yet. Let me check my. Yay! I did. Yeah, I'm good. If not, yeah, they did get back to me, so I'll give him a call. He's like actually from 1258, so just got back in touch. All right, I guess we'll wrap things up here. Now that the things are all live, everyone's gonna go run over to Monsters Bash and check that. It's .com, right? Monstersbash.io. Monstersbash.io. And if you grab anything, tweet it out and tag me. Let me know what you're grabbing. And if I like it, I'll retweet it. You have to get like one I like. So We're gonna see what I'm into. If you want to see what I'm into, you're gonna have to buy something, tag me, and see if I likes it or not.
And just for everyone that does buy one, if you open it full screen and then save the GIF, it's going to be too big for Twitter. So I would recommend just saving it when you're in your wallet where you can see all your NFTs. It's like a smaller size. It still looks good, and it'll be a smaller version of it, more compressed.
All right, cool. Yeah, I hate that Twitter has that limit, especially for like.
Yes,
art.
it like cuts off the monsters. So you see the human, the transition, and then like
I
a
bet
screen
they
of the
fix
monster.
that.
I was like, what?
I'll bet
the
they
best
fix
part.
that shit, man. If you have a high quality NFT, they're not going to ask you to downplay that art anymore. I think they're going to have it as a, like whatever PFP API they're going to be using. If it's an NFT, it'll probably get full resolution now.
Yeah.
But if it's just
People
like
have like movies playing as their profile picture. Like a 4-hour-long
my
movie.
God. Well, with the way IPFS works, there is a chance that you can just set a full-fledged featured film as your image for the NFT through IPFS and just
Yep.
use that token for your profile photo
Right.
and just make a shit ton of profile photos and crash Twitter server.
Oh my God. Twitter is limited
NFTs
to 6
NFTs
users.
actually are bad for the environment.
Then NFTs would be bad for the environment. Yep.
That's hilarious.
We came first full circle there.
Full circle, chat. There we go. 85 in the chat said about $70 for the last one about 3 minutes ago on gas fees. So gas is not that bad, actually. $70 does sound like a lot. I get it to a lot of people, but right now that's not that much in considering. And then again, if you think about it, people are paying that gas fee for that, and that's sort of like priced in to the secondary market for sales and resales and stuff like that on Ethereum. Not a lot of people take that into consideration, but especially when the gas fees are high or when Ethereum was low, people are usually going to want more for the thing they bought, and that is all priced in on the secondary. So just take it into mind when you buy something. If it's like $300 and you're paying like $100 for gas, secondary market's probably going to have something over that. No one's going under that. Not in NFTs.
Right.
Shitcoins, yeah, people will take a loss on shitcoins because they have no emotional attachment. They don't care. But NFTs and shitcoins are totally different in the sense that
There's definitely people who tax loss harvest though. Where
But they're
they'll
selling
buy
them
stuff
back
and
to
sell it for
themselves.
0, like literally list it for 0. But yes, probably
they're
selling
buying
back
it to themselves. Yes, they're tax tax dodging and market making and manipulating. Oh, they're like the multitaskers of illegal shit. But
You can't just
avoid
do
it.
one side.
Nah. But that's the thing, though. Take all these things into consideration when playing in this space and buy things that you like just because you like them, right? Like that's the real way to win in NFTs. You never lose if you buy something that you just liked because you liked it. I can't believe we went this whole time without mentioning this, and I'm gonna give it to him because, So Danielle, how many blowjobs for a Monsters Bash? Jason in the chat says.
I don't know the exchange rate right now.
I looked on the market.
Just
It was like
a lot of
why
them.
was blowjob tokens up 1,000% the other day or something? I'm looking on. I'm on Alcor exchange and blowjobs is up like 1,000%.
Damn.
I'm just like, what just happened?
That's cool.
I
Shows
don't
how
know.
much I pay attention to my
Me
wax
too,
stuff.
dude. Me too. I'm just like, I gotta click around, and I saw it. I was like, this blew my mind. Shout out to the blowjob tokens. So, yeah, Jason, maybe get the exchange rate on that. Figure it out. We need a bridge from EOS and wax tokens to Ethereum, so we could have a pool over there to provide liquidity for blowjobs to ETH. All right. Thanks again, bro, for stopping by. This was a lot of fun. I love the art. I can't wait to see how things play out on Halloween and even move forward with the game and everything. I love that there is summoning, but basically it's breeding. I do love breeding. It's probably one of the best
Who
utilities.
doesn't like a monster orgy?
I don't know anybody that would pass up on an opportunity to be a part of a monster orgy. I that's not the kind of people I surround myself with.
Right.
All right, bros. Thanks
Speaking
everybody
of,
for tuning
yes,
in. Matthias,
can't wait to see you.
Jason. Oh yeah, I know. We're gonna get to party again, bro. It's gonna
Yes.
be dope.
I'm gonna be in New York for 10, 11 days.
I know you're
so.
gonna be there early. I'm not too far actually. I'm like an hour and a half ride
Nice.
away, so I might just take an
We
Uber up.
actually, so we're gonna have like a full studio set up for Fame Ladies. Like we have a podcast that we're starting, and the
Oh.
people we hired to produce it, they're renting an Airbnb and setting up a full studio. So we'll be able to like bring people in for interviews, and
Cool.
it's gonna be fun.
I'll wear my dress.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
best
there you go. Your toga or something. Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
you got one laying around.
I got a whole bunch of sarongs from Hawaii.
That sounds comfortable.
Crawler, sorry you missed it, bro. Yeah, trust me. I'm like shadow banned on everything. Nobody gets notifications on YouTube. I'm sorry about that. Every day though, 12 to 1. Stop by YouTube, see what I'm doing. Don't forget to check out brobros420.com and monstersbash.io. As always, have a day, bros.
Thanks, guys.
Yes. Everybody, okay, Colin, yep, I know. Hey, I gotta talk to you about something. About something right now. Look at this. Tokens. So you're going to get your NFTs, right? You gotta get your NFTs. Get your NFTs. Okay, now listen. So you got your token, you got your phone device here. Where's your NFTs? What is this? I gotta talk to you about this. It's called the Kin Token. You need to get the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. NFTs, right? 3 hours each. And folks, Kin Tokes. Well, howdy, folks. Me and my little buddy here don't want y'all to get caught up in the rat race. So you're gonna get your Kin Tokens early. You're gonna wait for that airdrop until the membership sells out. Now you could take that to the bank. You could take that to the decentralized blockchain technologies, buddy.
Alrighty there, okay.
It's the freaking Kin Token, folks. Get the Kin Token. It's the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. Get the Kin Token, folks. You need to get the Kin Token. Get the Kin Token before it's too late. It's like he's like I get it, like Kin's token. He's like Kin, because he's like token. Kin's token.